Toastmaster Mary Lee to deliver her speech.
Hello. Good evening, everyone. First of all, I would like to throw you guys some questions. Who here are busy? Wow, everyone is busy. Busy in our life, in schools for some, and in our careers, in home, in our house. So, I believe that we are all assigned tasks in life, and we all have reasons here to live. So, we look at the attitude of a person during the busy times. So when our bosses assign us tasks or assign us projects, what attitude are we showing? Are we submissive to their requirements, to their rules and policies? If our parents assigned us to make house chores, do we have a willing heart or a glad heart in obeying them, in doing the chores? In our school, do we cram with our exams or with our projects or activities? Think about it. What attitude are we showing? So here, I'll share to you a Bible verse, which is, I think, we all knew or heard about. It's Colossians 3:23. And I'll read it to you. Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart as working for the Lord, not for men. The verse is so familiar with us. And I guess this is a good reminder for us all. Athletes. How do athletes train themselves with the sports they are involved with? They train themselves with discipline, and they show passion, and they give their best and their heart with everything that they're doing to achieve the goal. What is their goal? It is to have the top, to reach the top, to attain the goal. So that's a good attitude with the athletes. Who here knows Manny Pacquiao? I guess everyone here knows Manny Pacquiao, right? He's a very well-known athlete here in the Philippines. And every time he had a fight, it's like a holiday here. Everyone watch his fights. And we know that Manny Pacquiao won all his fights. Also, we know how Manny Pacquiao trained himself, how he persevered, how he disciplined himself to give his best, to attain the gold, the belt, the prize, the win. So, there's a good news. We can be like Manny Pacquiao. We can be an achiever in our life. How? We have to pray. Pray to be a disciplined person who will do his best to be an achiever in life, whether in our profession or in our house or as a student in school. We all know the difference between giving our best and not. And we know that if we give our best, the tendency is we achieve or do good in it. Usually, if we do our best, good results. So if there's a bad result, I guess we haven't really done yet our best. For example, in bar exams or board exams, the top-notchers usually give their heart in studying, give their best in studying, and give their time to memorize everything. They burn their eyebrows in studying. So they deserve what they attain, what they reach. They deserve, the top-notch deserve the recognition that they have achieved. Okay, Here's another example of a person who did his best, Apostle Paul. Every one of us here know who is Apostle Paul. He is a character in the Bible, right? And he is also a writer. He wrote 13 books in the Bible. And I think when the 20th century comes, it was said that the book of Hebrews was also written by Paul. But it is not yet proven. So, as of now, there are still 13 books that he wrote. Do you think that Apostle Paul did his best? Who here think or thought that Apostle Paul did his best? Okay, I do too. What's the proof? The proof is us now, here. We received the gospel that is shared by Paul. It reaches us up to this time. Do you think that the early days, the early churches, do you think that it is so easy for Paul to just simply share all the gospel, all the preaching, all the traveling? Do you think that his journey is just that easy? I don't think so. I think that along the way, Apostle Paul struggled, encountered difficulties and problems. And in spite of all, he didn't stop. He just continued and persevered. Because the reason, it is for the Lord. That's the heart that he have. Do you think that God is happy to what Paul did with giving his best? I guess so. God is so happy with what Paul did. So, if we will motivate ourselves or give our best, like Apostle Paul did, I think the inspiration, the motivation, and the push that we will give will also be like what he did. Will also with a different level, and the achievement that we will attain will also be on a different level, on a different higher outcome. I believe that God knows who are the people doing their best for Him. And I believe that God will supply and provide for these people. God also supplies strength for them. Because doing things for God won't be easy. Everything that we do, we should always be doing it for the Lord. So I would like to encourage each and every one of us to have a heart like Apostle Paul did or have. Not just by sharing the gospel, but also by doing our ministry, our life ministry, our life work as a profession, as a student, or as a homemaker, or as a person. And I believe that if we do things for the Lord, it will make a difference. That's all. Thank you.
Work at our best. May I ask a show of hands?